Welcome to Screen Hollywood, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Screen Hollywood. It's your host, Adam. If you're new here, welcome to the Hollywood family. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you never miss an update. And remember to hit the hype button. Also, bookmark and subscribe to our international news publication at screenhollywood.com, where we release all the latest news and entertainment information first. I have just seen the new Jordan Peele-produced horror film, Him. And folks, we need to talk. I went into this with a huge amount of anticipation. The premise is killer, the talent is there, and the buzz has been building. But I'm here to give you my honest, spoiler-free reaction. And I'm telling you right now, this is not the movie you think it is. This is not the next great horror masterpiece. In fact, it's one of the biggest disappointments of the year. Today, we're going to break down why this film completely fails to hit the mark, and why you should seriously consider saving your money. Okay, let's start with the concept, because on paper, the concept is fantastic. A promising young football player gets the chance to be mentored by an all-time great veteran, but discovers his idol is harboring a dark, occult, satanic secret. It's a classic deal with the devil story set in the high-stakes world of professional sports. It has all the ingredients for a tense, terrifying, and thought-provoking thriller. But the execution? The execution is a complete and utter mess. The film fundamentally doesn't know what it wants to be. For the vast majority of its runtime, it's a straightforward and, honestly, pretty mundane sports film. It's about a kid yearning for success and an old pro teaching him the ropes. But then, almost randomly, the movie throws in these satanic and occult elements to try and keep you engaged. The problem is, the story doesn't flow. It feels erratic, disjointed, and totally incomplete. It's like watching two different movies that have been clumsily stitched together. The horror elements never feel earned. They feel like a desperate attempt to shock you. But the freaky stuff doesn't work because it doesn't flow into the script and the story naturally. It ends up feeling pretentious and artificial, like a cheap trick to create fear and shock value where there is no actual tension. Honestly, the entire movie feels like it was made by student filmmakers. It completely lacks structure. You can almost picture the boardroom meeting. It seems like the execs, and maybe even Jordan Peele himself, got so carried away with the initial high concept, sports meets Satanism, it's brilliant, that they completely forgot to map out a coherent story. The result is a film that just plods along, occasionally throwing in a weird symbol or a creepy moment that has no real connection to the character's journey or the plot. And I have to be honest with you all here. Let me level with you. I'm not a massive Jordan Peele fanboy. Yes, Get Out was a good movie, but I never, ever thought it was worth the messianic hype and praise it got at the time. I think it got the massive boost it got because of the race element. It became more than a movie. It became a cultural event, and if you offered any critique of it, well, you know what I mean. Since then, Us was just okay, and Nope was a solid meh for me. I just get the impression he's a bit of a one-trick pony. The ideas are big, but the execution often feels hollow. And Him is the biggest proof of that yet. This film had huge potential, and I was genuinely keen to see it. But while watching it, I very quickly started wishing I was at home, watching this on Netflix on a Friday night, simply because I couldn't find anything else to watch. The short runtime tells you everything you need to know. At just 96 minutes, it's clear there's not much story to tell here. That's incredibly low for a quality film these days, which makes me think this film would have been better as an episode of Black Mirror. The whole thing feels like a bunch of film school students got lucky, received a decent budget to make their own feature film, and then, as students do, they got carried away and wanted to throw every single ingredient they could think of into the pot, without any thought for the final recipe. Now, there is one bright spot in this murky film, and that is Marlon Wayans. He gives a genuinely good, committed performance as the veteran quarterback. He's charismatic and has moments of real menace, but one good performance cannot save a fundamentally broken script. I couldn't help but think what a director like Zach Cregger, who made the incredible horror film Barbarian, and Weapons would have done with this story. It actually could have been really, really good if he was involved. Cregger is a far superior director when it comes to this kind of material. He would have given the film structure, built real tension, and made the reveals and the horror elements actually mean something. He understands continuity and how to earn a scare. This film does none of that. So here's my final verdict, my honest advice to you as a fellow movie fan. If you are on the fence or just impartial about this film, definitely wait for streaming and save your money. You will thank me later, trust me. It is not worth the price of a cinema ticket. If you are a die-hard Peele fan and you're hell-bent on watching it, go ahead. But I'm telling you now, do not expect to be blown away. Lower your expectations significantly. The truth is, if Jordan Peele's name wasn't attached to this project, it would be a straight-to-streaming movie, and no one would be talking about it. Jordan Peele needs to raise his game, because the high-concept idea isn't enough anymore. Sooner or later, people are going to realize the Emperor has no clothes. So what do you think? Are you still going to see it? And for those who have, do you agree with me? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, if you appreciate this brutally honest, spoiler-free approach, hit that like button, subscribe to Screen Hollywood, and ring that notification bell.